So chapter 1 of the Square to Square Swing ebook is just talking about the setup feelings and the setup position for the Square to Square Swing. Now I go into much greater detail as far as how the hands are placed on the club and why that's so important in the ebook. But our basics for the setup are that we've got a little bit stronger grip. We're going to preset the handle forward at address, and we're going to load that trail leg so that back leg just kind of feels like it's loaded or it's in a runner's block. And all this stuff is just, it's setting us up so that the square to square swing can happen. With a weaker grip, sometimes in the takeaway, the club will have a tendency to roll open. And in the square to square swing, we're going to try to maintain a square club face as much as possible throughout the swing. So we're setting up in a position to allow for our presets to then come back and strike the ball in almost the exact same position they were at address. Trail legs loaded, the hands are set slightly forward, and we've got a slightly stronger grip with an iron. With the driver, we're almost identical. The only difference is with the driver, we've got our hands forward. If we had our hands forward and played the ball in the middle of our stance, kind of where we have it with an iron, we'd be presetting a downward strike. And that's great for an iron, but it's not ideal for a driver. Because the driver is set up on a tee, we're going to play it slightly forward in our stance, so somewhere between our left or our lead heel and our lead big toe, or our instep. And because we've done that, when we bring the club back to the ball to get it set behind the ball, if we're going to maintain these setup alignments with the strong grip and the preset, we're going to tilt our shoulders to make that happen, or we're going to tilt our spine slightly back. Now that just brings the club into a neutral position and allows us to sweep the ball off the tee rather than hitting down on it. So with an iron, we're striking down on it. With a driver, we're hitting it fairly level. And so the only difference, with the driver, the ball's forward and it's up off the ground, so we've got our spine tilted slightly back to allow for a level strike. With an iron, we're set up pretty much over it with the ball in the middle of our stance to predispose a downward strike.